12980 level. Now, we need to define a resistance zone on the 1 hour chart. We need to define that zone, like the price which is being worked on the upper side. We need to define that one. Let me just do the random. Now you can clearly see it's this level here. There's this one. Right. So this levels is being worked on from the upper side. That's our resistance zone. This is our supply zone. This area here. That's our supply zone, which is,
okay.
Yeah. And that's gonna be the, so we've got 14,181. So that's 14,180. 14,181. Right. You can clearly see now that I've got two levels to work with. The 12,980, the 14,180. Price is bouncing from those levels since 15 November. You can see price is in this zone. So this is where we're going to be looking for the trade. Now, as it may sound, you take your Fib levels. I'm just gonna do a rough guide instantly, guys. A rough guide, and then you can see. I'm gonna put Fib levels from the first institutional level, 12,980, to the resistance institutional level, which is 14,180. There, can you see? I've put my Fibs on that zone. Now, look where OTE is. Look where the optimum trade entry, the 70.5 level is. And tell me exactly what price is doing at that level. It always reacts. Remember, from a higher time frame, we are at a strong support level, which is the 12,980 zone. Remember that. That's our higher time frame perspective. So I've already, you can see I've put the Fibs there from the 1280 to the 14,180 level. From a rough point of view, from just by mere looking at the chart, you can see here, there is a trade here. This. There is a trade. Eventually, it shoot up. Can you see? There is a trade that I called on Friday, but we couldn't open this trade because it was a Friday. Look at it. It shoot up. Can you see, guys?
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you see how the concept works now?
Yes.
Because price never came back to break the 1280 zone. It didn't come back down. Why? Because of this. You see, people were trapped already. So the institutions, they couldn't afford price to break this level again. You see, it would have been expensive for them for price to go back there. Look here. This was last Friday. So now to perfect your trades now, what you do is, remember this is the 1 hour chart, right? To perfect your trades now, you need to define a zone from this one we were trading bullish trades. These are long trades. So now you need to define a clear zone, because that 14,180 zone is a bit far now. This zone is a bit far, though it is the best zone. But you can see here, we've got these highs here. You see, we've got this range here. we've got this low here. Can you see? We can't just ignore those.
I see.
Yeah, we can't just ignore those levels.
Where is that?
Do you understand, guys?
Ah, now I can see.
Okay.
Yeah, we can't just ignore those levels. So to perfect now your trades or your entries, those levels you need to define and see exactly which institutional zone was price working here. Which institutional zone is this? You get it, right? Do you get it, guys? What I'm trying to do here. Right. Can you see now that I've highlighted this? You see, we've got this low here. We've got this is a very messy range, and then we've got these highs here. And then,
I think your marker is not showing in. Said which?
What?
It's on a delay. It delays.
That's a network now. I think there's something in the network.
Yeah.
I think it's network. But anyway, so now I'm gonna zoom in because I need to define this level here. Let me change the color of this line here. I'm gonna make it blue. Right, the blue line is 1397. Right. Can you also see how I'm defining the institutional price, guys? You can see that, right?
And the whole numbers.
Yeah, whole numbers. You see, like this one is 13970. So we'll probably just put it at 14. Can you see? That's the 1400 level. Now, once I have defined the 1400 level, because we've got highs and lows that were not being violated that much, as in price was not breaking. You see, like this low, we've got this range here, this messy range, and then we've got this high here. After this swing, price formed this high. So now I'm going to take the fibs, the fib level. I'm going to take the fib level. And then I'm going to drop it down from the 14180 to the 1400. Remember, now you are perfecting your entries. Now, if I drop this to the 1400, which is where price bounces a lot, it only broke it here. It only broke the 1400 zone here, but it didn't stay up that much long. It came back into this range. Now that I've defined the resistance, which is the 1400 level, I'm going to go into a, say, 30-minute chart. Right, you can clearly see where my fib is starting. It's starting at the 1280. Why the 1280? You see here, prior to institutional price, institutional money coming in, can you see these highs?
Yeah.
Which ones? Like
down
okay.
Here.
Okay.
Can you see those highs?
Yes.
Those were the highs that were broken by the elephants in the room. Don't be too serious, guys. It's not rocket science. So that's why I've got the 12980 level. You see? So now, look, I've put the fibs from the 12980 to the 1400. Now, optimum trade entry here, optimum trade entry here, optimum trade entry here. You see, this is a long position that you would have taken. Remember Friday, for those who were in the group prior to Friday, this trade, I called it on Friday, but I told guys not to enter because we didn't know what the market was going to do come Monday. Remember, because of G20. Yeah.
And also, Ivan.
Yeah.
Ivan.
Yes, good.
Before you continue, sorry. Before you continue, I thought you drew your fib from down here, like.
No.
From the bottom.
You see down there. That's just a zone which has been working on the 1280 price level. You see all this is working on this price level. You see these highs.
Oh, okay.
This was enticing people to go short. Remember, we had just come down from this here. So market was ranging. So imagine how many people went short here.
Okay. So when you're drawing your fibs level, you start from like the main like resistance or support.
You see,
for institutions.
Yeah, remember we defined the institutional level, which was the 12,980. That's where
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, Kuzi. I can hear you perfectly.
Yes. What did you say? Sorry.
Remember, from the weekly chart, we defined the 12,980 price zone.
Yes.
Which was the institutional price, where on a weekly chart, price always was bouncing from that support going upwards. Yeah. So that's where you start plotting your fib on. You must ignore this other noise here, because all it does, remember, imagine if I had to start plotting my fib down there. Look, how many trades would I have missed? All those trades on 60%, I wouldn't have gone into those trades because it was a bit risky. You see? I would have only got one, which was on a Friday. And normally we don't take positions on Friday. It's not good. You see?
Okay, so it's the same also on top here. Because I thought you would end here.
No. I don't need to end there because look, you see that part which you highlighted?
Yeah.
Can you see this part?
Yes.
What significance does it have? There. Can you see this? There's higher high.
Yes. Yeah.
Can you see how price worked on it here? Breaking that previous higher high and the one which was formed with smart money.
Yes.
So this won't be of any significance because price didn't hang around there. You see? But if this high was like this, you see, then this would have been our support zone.
Okay.
Yeah. That would have been our support zone, but already this was violated quickly. This high. It was violated very quick with the market. And then they formed this high, which was only violated later on here, of which this would have been a trade which you would have taken already. So now this is a 30-minute chart. You can already see that the 70% level, our optimum trade entry on Euro USD, since last week, it offered us this trade. It offered us that this would have been one trade because remember your stop loss is going to be below 12,980. Remember your stop loss is going to be here. Below the institutional price because price will never come down there. They won't let price come down there because it's going to be expensive for them. They will lose. You see? So since last Friday, Euro USD, using the higher time frame concept, it offered us one trade, two trade, obviously we would have missed the one on Monday because we couldn't open this position on a Friday. You see?
Yeah.
I hope you do understand what I've just explained. And those two trades,
Yes.
those two trades from the 70.5 level would have brought you. Don't forget the first profit scaling, which is our resistance zone. That's your first target. So this is 71 pips. This one would have been, if you enter here and then it meandered here for the whole day, this would have been another 70 pips. So since Monday, Euro USD has offered 140 pips.
Fun.
You see? But have you seen how I've worked the price from a weekly time frame down to the 1 hour chart? Have you seen how I've worked out that?
Yes.
You've understood that part, right? We started from the weekly chart. We dropped down to the weekly chart where we defined the major resistance, which was 1418 level, 18 zone. And then we dropped down to a 1 hour chart where we further defined another resistance zone, which was the 1400 level. And you see, and then our entries, the 70.5.
Nice.
Yeah, 70.5 retracement level. And remember, this 70.5 retracement level is of this move here. Each time price has been retracing 70.5%, it was shooting back up. 70.5% of this guy, it was shooting up. You get it? So that's how you use the Fibonacci level. You just don't draw them from any swing point and swing high or swing low. You just don't draw them from there. First, define your market structure. Like, where is the market? Where is it going from a higher time frame, which is a weekly chart? Then you define your pricing from the weekly chart before you jump down to a lower time frame. You see, you define that part. If this was a bearish, say a bearish weekly order flow, you'd have defined your resistance zone. Then you jump down to a daily chart, you define your support zone on a daily chart, you jump down to a 1 hour chart. Then from there, you see the level which the price is working on. You can clearly see that the Euro USD was working on this range here. This was the range which was, even now, up to now, it's still, this whole week, it's in that range that we have defined from a weekly chart. And any questions, guys?
No, me, I understand.
Kudzi, can you hear me? Yeah, I think people are having issues with the network now. Mojalefa, are you there?
Hey, have people disappeared?
I think people have disappeared. Eddie, have you understood what I was saying here? Obviously.
Yeah, I understood. I understood very clearly.
Yeah.
And it helped me as well with my question yesterday about the demand area and something like that. Now I understand another picture as well in combination with that.
Now we will do another webinar where I'll show you how to define demand and supply level. We'll do another webinar on that.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And Ivan.
Yes, Kudzi.
Ivan, yeah, before we finish, I wanted to ask you.
Yeah.
You drew your Fibonacci here.
Yes.
But when it retraced, so you were timing all of these trades with only this one Fibonacci.
The 70.5.
Even days after, you were waiting for this. Even days after, you could even buy here using all this Fibonacci here.
Yeah, you can buy. You see, like now, even now, if it retraces back to the 70.5,
Sorry?
even right now, if
Yeah.
market does retrace, can you see it offered another trade today? Remember the GBP USD trade?
Yes.
The same move that is happening on Euro
Ooh.
USD is the same thing that's happening on GBP USD. Let me go to
So
the cable chart. No. You see, this is a cable on H4. Let me go down to H1, then zoom out. Can you see the same trades are happening on Euro USD? Obviously, right now, I just went randomly on without defining prices.
Mm.
Yeah. So these same moves that are happening, you see, this move,
Yes.
there's the move to this zone, price bounces, price bounces, price bounces. Remember on Monday, on Tuesday, was it Monday? I did say British pound is our gold mine for this week, and it eventually paid up from the 127.100 level. If you remember correctly, let me just put 127 there, then you can see exactly 127, which is an institutional price level. And then we get, I'm just going to do a rough guide on this one here. Obviously, my pricing levels are not that to the point, so it won't be like perfect.
Okay.
But you can see clearly what I'm trying to. Yeah, obviously this one is a bit far. Where's the zone? High. There we go. See this high? We've got a range here. We've got this high, this high. You see? Then look, check where the 70.5 level is.
The network, yes.
Network is better. Network is bad. So that's much about it, guys. You can always review the video. Euro USD, it offered a much better trade entries this week. So now we're looking for price to retrace back to the 13,280 zone for us to consider going long. And remember, you just don't go long the moment you see price on the 70 level. You just don't go long instantly. No. Can you see what price was doing the moment it touched the 70.5? Look at the wicks. Can you see? Rejection. You see? Rejection. That's what you need to look at. You just don't say, okay, you just don't see like, okay, that bearish candle is touched the 70.5. It's time to go long. No, you must wait for price action to tell you that. You see, there, price action was telling you it touched it, rejected, then eventually it stood up. Here, two rejections. It ranged, it came back into the zone, but these were just random price movements. There was no clear picture, but you could see now. You see this. After that candle is closed, then you go long. You see? You open a trade to go long.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's much better when you're on the PC. On the phone, it's a bit difficult to define your...
It's complicated.
Yeah. you need to get a laptop. Then you're always on mobile there. You get a charger in your car there, because I see you're always up and down there. You get a charger in your car and then you do this. It's easy. Because you can only use the phone to monitor. Yeah. Otherwise, you need to get like a tablet or something, or an iPad. It's much better.
Yeah, it's much better.
Yeah, much better. So I hope you did understand.
I must put Windows.
Yeah, Windows 7. I've got Windows 7. You must just come get it.
Yes, thanks for that, bro. Because
So I
it's
think
hitting me data, bro. You.
you're a forex trader. You must not complain about that. What's wrong with you?
Soon, bro. Don't worry. Don't worry.
Okay, that's much about it for today, guys. Hey, did you have any questions?
No. I want to ask you, Kuti, do you have enough data bundles? I have some video which I find today, which I want to share with you.
You guys.
I have, bruh. I have enough data bundles.
Okay, I thought
I have the cheapest SIM card, Telkom, bruh.
don't worry, I'm gonna send you some videos which was in relation to this you asked.
Yes, throw, bruh. You know most.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Thanks, bruh.
anyway, guys, I hope you did manage to understand. I'm always gonna upload it so you can review, and then if there's any questions, you just let me know in the group.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
No worries, my guys.
Thanks.
Yeah, sleep well. Don't be stuck on it. You must rest.
Same to you, bruh. Hey, rest.
Cheers.
You're gonna see his post around 2 a.m.
Me, I don't sleep, guys. Me, I don't sleep. I only sleep like around 1 o'clock. Anyway,
Hey.
I'll see you guys.
Yeah.
Okay, sharp. Thanks, bruh.
Ciao.